These are Borah Voices.
This is Pridecast host Chuck McHenry inviting you to listen in on the 2018 graduation Pridecast, which was a phenomenal event this year. Once again, over 400 Borah students closed out their year and graduated, and you'll hear from some of them, some optimistic words from our principal, and then a very special Hattie graduation minute.
These are Borah Voices.
Give me one good thing you remember about Borah High School.
One good thing, I would say that, especially because I have a lot of friends from different schools, I know Borah is actually more about education, knowing people, getting to get into a good environment. So I don't know whether that's a stem off from our diversity or whatever, but I just know that that's our atmosphere is we're accepted. So.
Excellent. Good. For the podcast? No?
For the podcast.
What do you want to say?
Borah's awesome.
Yeah, what's your best memory from Borah High School?
Playing basketball.
Playing basketball?
Yeah.
What position did you play?
Forward.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jerusa, tell me, give me one best memory from Borah High School.
I don't have just one,
All right, well, give me an overview.
but an overview of my best memories. It's been building relationships with people, just making more friends and then deepening those friendships, meeting new people from everywhere because Borah is so diverse.
Right.
Love it.
Excellent.
That on you.
How about you two? What are going to be your favorite memories?
Favorite memories. Just seeing all the people come together as one at Borah High School. As refugee kids enter, they just get used to the life of America, stuff like that.
Great, thank you. What are you going to miss about Borah High School?
My teachers, they were amazing. That's pretty much it, yeah. And, not having so much responsibility.
Nailed it in one. Good job. And congratulations.
Good evening. My name's Tim Stanley, and I've had the honor of being the principal for the class of 2018 for the past 3 years of Borah High. Tonight, we are thrilled to recognize the single most academically successful class in the history of Borah High School. Before the arrival of the class of 2018, Borah had 309 students attempt advanced placement courses, taking 576 AP tests. In 3 short years, the class of 2018 has increased that total number of students attempting an AP class from 309 to 542 this year. As sophomores, the class of 2018 completed 210 semester sections of AP classes. That number skyrocketed during their junior year to 635 AP semester sections. This year, the class of 2018 topped all prior efforts by completing 745 semester sections of AP classes. This brings the class of 2018's three-year total to 1,590 AP semesters completed.
Near the village, the quiet village.
And they led the way as we just completed 845 AP tests in the past few weeks at Borah High. And the most impressive stat is the fact that over half of the entire class of 2018 completed an AP class during their senior year. This is the highest percentage of any graduating class in the history of Borah High School.
Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight.
Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hey, hey! Oh, we mow it, 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 oh
These are Borah voices.
I was walking through the hall a few days ago, stuck behind three guys all dressed in Nike slides and basketball shorts, and I couldn't move around them because they were walking three abreast and just far enough apart not to touch, but also not leaving enough space for someone to pass. They walked in a lumbering shuffle that I assume is a product of wearing foam slippers to school. Anyways, this isn't a story about them, but it was while I crawled through the hallway at what must have been 0.2 miles an hour on the way to my government class that it hit me. Oh my God, we're going to graduate. We're going to leave and not come back next year. I'll take my AP tests, finish my finals, go to Lucky Dog, sign yearbooks, and then not ever come back. Graduating high school is like getting through a series of construction zones only to realize that you don't even have a specific destination. You were just trying to get through the construction. In an instant, I was on this road and almost past the construction. Finally, I wanted to say, the wait is over, but before I could even enjoy it, I realized that I had no idea where I was, and no real idea where I was going, and did I even have money for a hotel room once I got there? What if I got there and it was one of those towns with no proper hotels and only one real restaurant where you can sit down, which seems nice enough until you realize it's a seafood restaurant, even though we're in the middle of Idaho. Maybe I've lost my analogy here. My point is that I've begun to feel kind of directionless in a lot of ways. I write this having just attended my senior prom. I sustained only minor injuries, several blisters from a pair of beautiful but apparently dangerous high heels, and a small but very purple bruise on my left hip from where I opened my own car door onto it. And other than my minor wounds, it was a really great prom. The weather was beautiful, there was plenty of water, thank God, and it was at the old Penn, so if you wanted to, you could stand off to the side and say things like, "People died here," and everyone would nod, thoughtfully, even though people have died everywhere. Prom is also a good place to reflect on the high school experience. Seeing a majority of the people I know from school dressed up, uncomfortably adjusting their ties or the straps of high heels, made me kind of preemptively miss everyone. In the middle of chatting about where someone's dress came from or where they went for dinner, I would think, is this the last time I'll ever talk to this person? Will we go off to live separate lives, and will I, in not so many years, forget why I was so sad to be leaving? When I look back on my sophomore self, I feel like I'm not even thinking about me anymore. Just tangentially me, technically me. I feel even further removed from myself in middle school or elementary school. How many years until I feel that way about myself now? How many days until I don't miss any of this as it was and just as it has been romanticized to be? I can't feel how I felt as a sophomore or as a 7th grader or a 3rd grader. I can only remember how I felt, which is different. So what I'm getting at here, while this version of myself is still around to say it, goodbye. To the good and the bad and everything else that I won't remember later on, goodbye. Goodbye to the couple dressed in head-to-toe camo making out in the hallway. Goodbye to the cafeteria and to the lunch ladies who I love and who call me Harriet because that's the name on my school lunch account. Goodbye to the peeling floor and its remaining ancient tiles. Goodbye to every joke we ever made about asbestos to cover up the fact that we are all really afraid of asbestos. Goodbye to the newly renovated Little Theater, and goodbye to my memory of its duct-tape carpet and ever-multiplying dust bunnies. Goodbye to every math and science teacher that I didn't listen to. Sorry for that. You will have the last laugh when I get a liberal arts degree in college and become unmarketable as an employee. Goodbye to the Borah parking lot. Goodbye to the car with like 8 or 9 Dutch Bros stickers on the back. Goodbye to every teenage boy with a lifted truck. I don't like you, and you don't like me, but I can live with that. Goodbye to every thumbs up and high five and every lecture derailed by 15 minutes of persistent and increasingly irrelevant questioning. Goodbye, Borah High School, class of 2018. Goodbye even to the 3 slow walkers I mentioned earlier. I really do wish the best for you and your proverbial shuffle into your individual futures. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'm not sure if I will miss you, I want to say to everyone I pass in the hallway, but the leaving is difficult anyways.
Class of 2018, will you please stand and move your tassels from the right side to the left side and join us in singing the alma mater. O Borah High, we pledge to thee our love and faithful loyalty, as through the years our thoughts return to days in which we sought to learn the friendships that we made each day will ever guide us on our way. And so as future years go by, we'll sing our praise to Borah High. Let's go! Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
All right, well, that's it for this season of the Borah Pridecast. I hope everybody has a great summer. We will be back in the fall with brand new episodes. I hope you tune in. Thanks for listening.